Hello and welcome to another video. In this video we're going to do another unboxing of a camera I've got, and basically I just want to say don't be afraid of buying second-hand camera gear. What I would recommend is, if you consider buying anything off eBay or Amazon regarding second-hand equipment because you can't see it in person, try and get it from a person that has bought the camera from new rather than a professional who may have got it off other people and it's been used many hundreds of thousands of times. That would be my recommendation, because generally speaking an enthusiast will take better care of a new camera they got than a professional would do. That's just the nature of equipment. So without further ado, let's do the unboxing. Okay, here we have the Mark III EOS 1D. Important, guys, is when you buy a new camera or a camera second hand, test it first. So if there's an issue, you can always send it back. I recently sent back a Mark II version of this, the N version. Because there was a bit of bleed coming through the shutter in terms of light. So guys, whenever you do purchase something, make sure it works. So here we have the EOS 1D Mark III, and it comes with a nice instruction manual. Do the sniff test as Jared Pollan sometimes does. Smells quite new actually, so that's a plus. If you're going to buy a camera, guys, try and get it off someone who's not used it much. That way it'll be in good condition. So we've got the pocket guide, that'll be handy. More instructions regarding the battery. You don't often get this in second-hand stuff, but the actual install discs. So we've got the EOS Digital Essential Product and Solutions version 1 software. We've got the EOS Digital Software instruction manuals, discs, version 1 and 7, and Digital Solution Disc 14.1. Because I use Windows 7, I can tell you that it probably is compatible, because it does say Vista. Generally, Windows 7 will use a lot of Vista software. We've also got some more documentation, which is a CD-ROM guide. It's also included the content guide. That's interesting. Another manual. European warranty. Okay, let's open the box up. So here we have the charger. It does seem a bit dusty, so it's probably been used. A battery. It's smaller than anticipated. The Mark II battery is about that long, so it is a bit longer, so it may not hold as much charge as that battery did. More adapter cables. That's probably a video cable, so you can view your pictures on your TV. A US cable. We've got another battery there. If you ever wondered if a battery's got a charge in it, just feel the weight. If it's really, really light, you probably haven't got anything in it. This is the DC coupler. and other bits and bobs. It looks like a power brick for the AC adapter. More bits of plastic. That looks like some sort of USB cable. And then the camera itself. Okay, here's the camera. Right, when you get a camera, guys, have a look round it to see, you know, how much it's been used. Whenever you look at a camera and you get it second hand, have a look at the corners, because that's where it gets a good bashing. Generally that gives you an indication on how much the camera's been used. Looking at this camera, it does look like it's been used a little bit, despite what the seller said, saying it wasn't used much. I would probably say it's probably been used more than what he's admitting to. It's interesting to note that the Mark III version has self-cleaning. So basically it should self-clean the actual sensor, just like the modern day ones. I think the older ones didn't have that technology in them. So what's good about the Mark III? Well, what's good about the Mark III? Well, it has the ISO button on the top. It has 10 frames per second. Downside is it does have 10 megapixels resolution, which isn't that high in today's world. However, you should really ask yourself how many megapixels do you actually need. You know, in terms of overall condition, it doesn't look too bad, although it could be a bit better. The seller did say it was hardly used. I would probably say different to that. I'll just give you guys a closer up look of what it looks like, so you guys can see the condition. What you need to be looking for is scuffs and marks there, scuffs and marks there, any marks or scuffs on the corners there, and marks and scuffs on there. That will give you a real good indication of how much it's been used and treated in the past. So obviously it does seem to be in reasonable condition, and that's generally what this video is about, to show you that you can get a good quality camera. But I highly recommend, guys, don't leave it on the shelf for a couple of months, or even a month or a couple of weeks. Go out, test it, literally take as many pictures as you can, especially in bright sunlight, in blue sky weather, in sunny environments, and just go out there and test your camera out. The last thing you want to do is find out in a couple of months there's an issue with it and you can't send it back, because obviously you've got policies through Amazon and eBay where they'll actually guarantee that it arrives in the condition that it's supposed to be in. So that's the roundup of this little unboxing. I hope it wasn't too boring, and thanks for watching.